Hey, I'm Mike Mueller, and well, I think I might be a responsive kind of guy. My wife might agree. She says take out the trash. I take out the trash. When it comes to mobile responsive websites, that's a different story. So my site on a desktop or a laptop is going to look absolutely fine, as most sites should and probably do. Given that, I've got a menu bar up at the top, I've got a video over on the left-hand side, a couple calls to action, and that's all great because I've got plenty of width. It's when it goes to a narrower width, it's mostly about width, that's where responsive comes into play. And let me show you very quickly, same site, we're going to do it iPad. So obviously a lot smaller, I can get a whole lot more in there, but what I've done is I've said, you know what, this is a full-size iPad, let's do that same thing. Put the menu over here, put the menu up at the top, put the given that the video, and then I've got my calls to action. It's what happens when we go vertical that things need to change, because all of a sudden I ran out of room and I really want that video to be big enough so that you can see it. So what just happened was, you can see my calls to action are down below now. And then I've got my posts and things like that. And it gets even a little bit more different when you're talking about a small cell phone. So given that it needs to stack that menu bar, it needs to take the video, it's going to put the video there, but then the calls to action that I've got and my buttons and that kind of thing all need to happen in a very much smaller space. So what happens with mobile web design? You could build a mobile site and have your regular site, and you can auto detect and say, you know what, you're on a mobile device, we're going to send you over to the mobile. Or we can do what's called and this is how I build sites now, it's the only way I'll build a site, is what's called responsive design. And that is basically, that's the best thing to show you, is on the iPad, it'll go from one to another, and go for the right width and kind of change accordingly. It's not perfect, but the reason that we want to build sites like this is, one, because we don't want to have two sites and that might be too expensive, but Google tells us that if your site, if they're going to direct you to a site and that site is not mobile friendly, either a whole nother mobile site or mobile responsive, we're going to discount those that are not mobile friendly. So if you ever go to a site and you've got to pinch and grab and you're looking at the whole site and you've got to actually zoom in a whole lot and then scroll over this way to go find the menu bars or what have you, that's not mobile friendly. Mobile responsive is trying to adapt. It's not perfect, but it's trying to adapt and make that happen. So hopefully that helps you out understanding what mobile responsive is. If not, you have some questions, you know where to find me. Right there.